Hello, everybody, and good afternoon. How are you? Hope whoever you are and wherever you are, you're having a most pleasant day. I've been keeping an eye on Twitter and also YouTube, and my goodness, Foodie Beauty is on one today. She has been going absolutely berserk, posting community post after community post, just raging. Her raging is completely out of control today. I don't know exactly what set her off this badly, but I do remember saying to all of you that it was a recipe for disaster from the get go. I mean, she was in Canada with all of her problems, and rather than standing still and dealing with her problems, she was essentially running away from them. But the thing about problems is no matter where you go, there you are, and your problems will follow you. So she acquired quite a bit of debt in the way of unpaid taxes. She decided to go to Kuwait to escape those taxes and also to hang on to Salah. I also remember telling all of you that, well, while she was in Canada, she wasn't doing anything to cut back on her party favors. She was doing her party favors the entire time that she was in Canada, and that she'll probably get really cranky when she got to Kuwait, and she is cranky. Actually, she's beyond cranky. She's very, very angry. She's already raging. Not sure what's going on over there, but she is mad, mad, mad. So in her community post, she is going off on several different reaction channels, like many different people. I have a feeling it's also because her views are not what she wants them to be. So maybe her going off on different reaction channels, it could be a sneaky way just to get people to talk about her and engage with her so she gets more views. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But we're going to take a look at the community post, also stuff that I found on Twitter, because I've got lots of thoughts already. So let me just go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see and hear everything. Okay, so there's Foodie's community post. And believe me, we're going to be here a minute because she was quite busy. She just wouldn't stop posting. I'm not sure why she won't go live and just say what she wants to say in a video. Why she's just doing the community posts. But that's all she's doing for now. She's just letting go of her rage in her posts. So this one has to do with Just Reason. And Foodie's been especially vicious today, just saying any kind of hateful, awful, ugly thing that she could think of just to be hateful and nasty. And before we get started with this, something I'd like to say to Chantal. Chantal, you are supposed to be a newly reverted Muslim woman, are you not? You took the Shahada. If you're going to be this mean and nasty, if you're going to be this disrespectful, I would think the least you could do is take off the abaya, take off the hijab, and not be a newly reverted Muslim woman anymore, because this is truly disgusting behavior from you if you're supposed to be a newly reverted Muslim woman. You're using bad language, you're gossiping, you're being hateful. This is not something you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be much more controlled with your behavior, meaning you should be a lot more kind. And you're definitely not being kind. You're being mean and nasty and hateful. So, out of respect for those who are Muslim, for their faith, for what they believe in, just take off the abaya, take off the hijab, and just be yourself rather than putting on clothing and claiming to have a faith that really you're not being respectful of. Okay. So this first post has to do with Just Reason. And she says, Boozen's criminal record inflict injury on the elderly, and you people have the nerve to sit there and talk about my morals. Where's the criminal record hurting old people? I'm not one to speak on reasons business. You know what this is, Chantal? This is you trying to deflect away from what you did to BBJ. This is you trying to use any means necessary to deflect on what's happening with BBJ, what has happened to her. That poor baby has a laundry list of things that are wrong, that are currently being treated. She was a mess. From top to bottom, she was a mess. She had 5 claws growing into her foot pad. She had dirty ears. She has hyperthyroidism. She had a UTI. She's got kidney issues. That poor darling was a mess because of you and your neglect. Purely from your neglect. All the things that are wrong with her, I'm sure at least 99.9% of them could have been prevented had you been a good owner. But maybe you're angry about the fact that the internet is forever and people are never going to let you forget what you did. And it's going to forever affect your views. You made a point to get on YouTube. You put yourself out there that way. You made your pets a part of your show. But unfortunately, you just treated them as props. You didn't treat them as living beings with a soul, with feelings. You did not care for them. You cared for them enough to make money off of them, but then off camera, you did not. That's pretty obvious. But now that people are dragging you and holding you accountable for what you did, you don't like that. And in your mind, you think that what you did to just go away and just fade into the background, it won't. People hurting animals, that's unforgivable. Listen, if you want to do anything to your own body, no one can stop you. But hurting an innocent life that doesn't deserve it when it's so easily preventable, nobody's going to forgive that. So you can sit there in your corner and break another couch and stay mad. We're not going to let you forget. And we're not going to let anybody else forget either. Be as mad as you want. That's just how it's going to be. So she's going after Just Reason. Another post about Just Reason. So this one was 1 hour ago. And then if one post wasn't enough, she did 2. Just booze and beat up any old people yet? You drag on me yet? Do I have a criminal record? I don't know if you have a criminal record, Foodie, but considering all the things we've seen you do on camera, you probably should. You know, driving while intoxicated, distracted driving, being a nuisance on the road, you over there running over curbs. You should have a criminal record. But you've not been caught yet. Yet being the key word. Did I give my child away so I could get intoxicated? No. No, you just got intoxicated. Oh, and here's one talking about Troll Detective, saying this is what boggled my mind. This is Troll Detective, another YouTube parasite who looks like this and literally calls me out for lying when this clown is an old, dried up, drunk blank who lied when exposed and claimed it was her mother-in-law who went live. The biggest, dumbest, contrived lie told this year in your stupid community of clowns. And yet I am the liar, even though I proved I wasn't over and over. Oh, there's more. Your stupid theory is wrong. How about you prove you aren't this miserable witch bully and then cam up? Your live was hilarious, though, and even more hilarious. People believe you. Funny you using that word parasite, Foodie. You're the biggest parasite on YouTube. You come on YouTube with your hand out expecting people to pay you to hurt yourself on camera. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're coming on camera and you are purposely overeating. You're hurting yourself. Your body is hurting. I'm sure you're in an immense amount of pain. You have to be. You come on camera and look for people that will fund your bad habits. You want them to be your enablers. You want them to send the super chats and do the memberships so you can just sit back and collect the money and continue to act foolishly. Let's see, as far as people camming up, Foodie, let's see you come on camera without a bazillion filters. You're always trying to call out people and say, why don't they show themselves on camera? They need to cam up. Let's see you come on camera without a bazillion filters. You can't do it. You won't do it. You will not come on camera without a bazillion filters at work. The contour filter, the slimming filter, the skin smoothing filter. You have yet to come on camera as your natural self. And the only reason why you want people to come on live cam is just so you have something awful to say. But yet you're not showing the courage and showing who you really are on camera. You're always hiding it behind those doggone filters. Yet I am a liar. Yes, you are a liar. You're a habitual liar. You lie about things you don't even have to lie about. Here's an example. The ring. You lied about the ring. You didn't have to lie about the ring, but you did. Lying is as easy as breathing for you. You lie when you don't have to. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Lying when you don't have to lie just because that's your default. That's your absolute default. Rather than tell the truth, tell a lie first, even though there's no reason to tell a lie. And we've got a picture of, I'm not sure if this is the mother-in-law or troll detective, but this was from a live that troll detective or the mother-in-law did. So trying to throw shade at troll detective. Now this one, again, like, look at all these posts. Y'all look at the space of time. 1 hour ago, this was an hour ago. So she was just posting back to back to back to back. This has to do with Kaya Simons. She says, hey, Marge Simpson #2, the next time you accuse me of having blank, maybe worry about the mini planet growing between your eyes. What's wrong with her eyes? She's got pretty eyes. Why are all these former blank? You know what? Now I'm going to say something. These strippers, always the nastiest reaction channels. Also, dingbat, look up blank. Never had it, never will. Maybe projected from your stripper days and things you had to do to get a hit. You know what, Foodie? You know what? You need to have several seats. And this time you need to buy the seats versus just buying one and expecting everybody else to move around you. Something about me, Foodie Beauty. I was a dancer for many years. Say something to me. You could never. You could never. Dancing is a hard job, mama. It's a hard job. It's hard on you emotionally, mentally, physically. You're on your feet for 8 hours a night. It's hard work. And you know what I find amazing about this post? I remember very clearly you over there wanting to get a stripper pole for your bedroom. Yes, you wanted to buy a stripper pole. You thought it was so cute to get a stripper pole, even though I remember that live. I was saying you might not want to do that because a lot of them have a weight limit, especially those you put in your house. You'll probably end up ripping out the ceiling, but you could never. You could never. Someone who, and this is not me throwing shade at anybody who's done OnlyFans stuff, please don't get it twisted like that. Somebody like yourself who has dipped their toes into the adult industry, going on OnlyFans, posting sexy pictures, ain't got nothing to say to strippers. Do you understand me? Do you? You got nothing to say. If you have even dipped your toes for 5 minutes in the adult industry, you can't do that. You don't have that power, ma'am. You don't. I also know about some of the other theater sites you were on trying to attract clients. Yeah, I know about that too. I know about that too. So you're over there doing your business, but then you think you have the right to step up and put down the ladies in the industry who are dancing and make their money? No, ma'am. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It is a hard job. It is a hard job. There's nothing wrong with people who dance, making their money. There's nothing wrong with that at all. They're making their money. They're not hurting nobody. And by the way, Foodie, don't you try to come at me or anybody else who's a dancer and act like if you're a stripper, you've got some kind of disease. No, that's not the way it goes. I know a lot of dancers that were cleaner than most people. They had alcohol, they had the baby wipes, all that. They were extremely clean. They were not dirty. No, that's you over there. That's you over there being a petri dish of nastiness. Okay. Sorry, I just had to go off for a minute. That just, ooh, this one talking about strippers. Like she'd know what the life was like. Okay. Let's keep going. This one is about Perfectly Imperfect. So I'm telling you, Foodie was going off about everybody. I don't know what set her off. Maybe she's in Kuwait right now and she's not got her party favors, or her and Salah are having a tussle and she's taken out her anger on everybody else but him. Perfectly Imperfect with the 90s brows. What's wrong with the 90s brows? High school teacher. What's wrong with that? Why are you insulting her job? She's got a job. She's educated. She's getting paid. Who bullies others online. What's wrong? Your husband won't touch you, so you got to take it out on me? That sounds like projection. That sounds like projection to me. You're projecting, Foodie. Maybe that's your problem. Your husband won't touch you. Aren't teachers supposed to teach children not to bully others? Of course, it was a rager you mourned. Did you shave your eyebrows too small and took some of your brain cells with them or something? You jealous of those eyebrows. Okay, here's another one. This was like 9 hours ago. Her Kuwait content is so boring. Yeah, it is. And good luck trying to get the views from that content. Nobody's interested in the couple's vlogs, Foodie. Nobody. So why do you spend 3 hours watching and reviewing it then? Serious question. And Kuwait is not nearly as boring as sitting on your butts and smoking 2 packs of darts in your she shed. She's trying to talk about Kai again. You know what, Foodie? Here's the problem with trying to throw shade at people. By trying to throw shade at people, by trying to shame people for maybe something they did for work before or where they live, you're just casting bigger shadows on yourself. Whenever you're trying to throw shade about Frenchie living in a Motel 6 or Kaya living in a she shed, hey, mama, did you forget you don't have a home? You can't even say that you have a home. You can't even say that you have the key, your own key, to a motel room. You can't even say you had a she shed. There is nothing in your name. You're living with somebody, but whose name is it in? His. You own nothing. You're living up in somebody's house and you can get kicked out if he wants to kick you out. So before you throw shade at anybody for any living arrangement, just remember, you ain't got nothing no more. You decided to give it all up and run to Kuwait. And it sounds like things are not going so well. Miss Person over there saying stay mad to everybody sounds like you're the one that's mad. You are so mad. See, this is the dessert that I'm gearing up for, y'all. I told you I am here for dessert. I've had people leave me comments saying this is boring, she's horrible, blah blah blah. Why are you still covering Foodie? Because I want my dessert, doggone it. I deserve it. And those of you that have watched this content and she's just driving you absolutely insane, we deserve this. We deserve our dessert. We had to sit through, the main course of garbage. We deserve this dessert, and we're going to get it. We're going to get it. See, I knew the moment she went back over there, she was going to be a mad, mad mess. And she is. It's going to start to fall apart. I'm here for it. I got my popcorn. Hey, I got my drinks. I'm ready. I'm sitting at the table already with my fork and my spoon and my plate. Let's go. Let's go. I'm here. I'm here for it. She's angry. And you know what happens when she's mad? She takes it out on people. And from the looks of the last couple's vlog she did, Sala's already looking annoyed with her. I mean, she's not even been over there a week and he's already annoyed. What do you think that's going to lead to? It's going to lead to both of them being mad, and there's going to be a whole lot of fighting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whole lot of fighting. Whole lot of tension. Whole lot of raging. I'm here for it all. I'm here for it. All the misery and the suffering that she's put on other people and her pets, she's going to get it back. Yeah. And we're going to watch. Yes, we are. Oh, here's another one. 9 hours ago, because she was on a tear last night. It's not done yet, and she's continued it today. Still cuter than you. Melba Toast personality. What's wrong with Melba Toast? Let's see. Now this idiot will make a 4-hour live stream with her friend. Fat shaming me, crying that I'm fat shaming them when, you know what, Foodie? You cannot do that. You cannot switch around the goalposts, ma'am. You cannot sit there and yell and scream about fat shaming, when you sit there and you shame people about their weight. Do you understand me? You got to keep the goalpost in one place. You can't switch it around for you and then switch it back for somebody else. You sit there, you are a woman of a bigger size. Okay, let's tell the truth. You're 500 pounds. It is what it is. You want to be 500, you want to be 600, you want to be 1,000, that's your business. But you're a woman of a bigger size, but yet you're always yelling and screaming and using the whole fat shaming shield. But yet you can come out from behind the shield and insult somebody else's weight. Just rules for me, but not for thee, right? This was also from 9 hours ago. Also, all of you morons calling me a cat blanker and praising FFG for rescuing BBJ and are supporting her vile actions. You and FFG are the cat blankers. Let's break it down, shall we? The only reason why that loser took BBJ was to use her and exploit her for money, which you idiots all gave her. You know what, Foodie? How many times did you exploit your cats? How many times did you bring them on camera to connect with the pet parents in the audience and make yourself seem like an animal lover when in actuality you were not? How many times did you exploit your own pets? I remember in particular that incident where there was a storm in your area and you actually made a post asking people to send you money on PayPal. You're like, myself and Pete and the cats have to go to a hotel. Send money. When the cats were perfectly fine at the villa, they didn't have to go anywhere. People were sending you money, and what were you doing? You were running straight over to Natters. So you want to talk about somebody exploiting their pets? No, that's you. And I disagree with you. I don't think she's exploiting BBJ. Money's being spent for her care. Money that you should have spent for her care, but you never did. You were too busy running to Starbucks, running to the dispensary, running for a Nashi. You couldn't be bothered to do the basic care. So now money has to be spent to try to manage or treat the damage. And there's a lot of it. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Absolutely ashamed of yourself. The cat is 21, which the vet even said it was impressive and that the cat looked fine other than the nails. You're a liar. You can't even keep the age straight. First she's 17, then she's 20. When you keep switching up her age. And maybe the vet said that the cat was impressive because the cat was still alive, even with everything that's wrong with her. They were maybe impressed with the fact that despite all of those things going on, that she was still, handling it like a champ. When everything that I found out that was wrong, I'm like, wow. And she wasn't getting medication and she's still walking. It's amazing. It's amazing. And the cat looked fine other than the nails. Well, you know what? Just looking at a cat or a dog or an animal, you can't tell all that's wrong. That's why you need blood tests and so forth. Okay, just because she looked fine doesn't mean she was. Apparently she wasn't, because of all the things that have come out that are wrong with her. If I'm a cat blanker for wanting to put down BBJ, blah, 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 then FFG she's bringing up what happened with Frenchie's dogs. Frenchie did what she did because she didn't want her pets to suffer, and there was no other choice. That was not the case with your cat, Chantal. There was a choice. The choice was for you to take care of your pets, and they wouldn't have gotten in that condition. But you did not do that. Did you? No, you let them suffer. You let them suffer. You cannot compare yourself to a pet owner that loves their pets and is doing the best they can, taking them to the vet, getting them treatment. You can't do that. You cannot compare yourself to that, because that is not you. That is not you. You're fine with something until it becomes what you consider to be a burden, and then you want to get rid of it. You can't compare yourself to somebody who actually cares about their pets. Oh, and here she is doubling down on BBJ. BBJ needs to be blanked at this point, and FFG is being a selfish blank, keeping her alive and dragging her frail 21-year-old body into a vet for tests. Of course, she has severe arthritis, you moron. She's 21. You're doubling down on the fact that BBJ needs to be put away. She doesn't. She doesn't. Everything that's wrong with her is treatable. It's manageable. Bunch of tests got done. Everything is manageable. And she's putting on a little bit of weight. That's a good sign. When a pet starts to put on weight, that means that, their body is starting to heal. Yet your point of view is, you should have put her down. No, let her live. She deserves to live. And she's talking about the dogs again. Last and most importantly, for the morons with no brains as usual, I was taking BBJ to the vet. So just because I was a few weeks late, so it doesn't mean it was animal neglect. Chantal, let's talk about the nail situation for just a minute. A couple of vets on Twitter have said that situation with the nails, that's something that takes several months. It wasn't just a few weeks. No, it wasn't a case of the nails were just long, which would have been fine. No, they were into her foot pads. That takes a long time for that to happen. And you knew about it and you didn't care. That's neglect. That's when it becomes neglect, when you purposely, willingly, and knowingly let something go. You say nothing, you do nothing. That's neglect. And what you're saying does not make sense. You're going to take the cat to the vet on the same day you're giving her away? Really? So like the entire year plus that people were begging you to take BBJ to the vet, you weren't going to do it. You even said in one of your live streams, I'm purposely not taking my cats to the vet because it makes my haters angry. That was the most important thing to you. Making the haters angry. Making a bunch of strangers online angry at you was more important than the care of your pets. I mean, there's something wrong with you to think that way, to place that much importance on people you don't even know versus caring for pets that are in your home. They're supposed to be under your care. And no, you were not a few weeks late, madam. You were not just a few weeks late. what was going on with those cats, that was stuff that took a long time to surface. Okay. Sam, his fur was so bad they actually had to shave off his fur because of all the dander and the mats. That's not something that takes just a few weeks. And everything going on with BBJ, that took a while too. You went to Kuwait for 3 months. When you came home, you did not take her or Sam to the vet, did not take care of the nails. You piddle farted around, going to the outhouse, getting your party favors, eating, sneaking off to go see Natter. Couldn't be bothered with a vet visit. Could have taken care of it then. You've been home for a while. You have no excuse. Let's see. Have always loved and cared for my pets. Really? Then why is it that whole nail situation happened more than once? That doesn't sound like a caring pet owner. Let's see. If you remember from the literal proof that I posted that FFG's blank sister-in-law refused so that FFG could milk her health conditions. No, she didn't. Chantal, you sat there and you talked about what you were going to do to BBJ. More than once. Like everybody knew what was on your mind because you let us know. Do you think anybody else listening to you would trust you just to take a cat to the vet to get their nails treated, knowing what you're probably going to do? Nobody would have trusted you. I wouldn't have trusted you. They just wanted to make sure that you did not do what you wanted to do. You wanted to get rid of the evidence, so to speak. You knew what you did. You know what you've done. And you wanted to keep people from finding out, well, they know now. They know now. And you're angry. And here's the really twisted thing. You're not angry about the fact that your pets, plural pets, because Sam was neglected also, just not to the extent of BBJ. You're not angry about the fact that your pets were suffering. You're not angry about the fact that they were starving, that they were in pain, that they needed medical care, they needed to be groomed, they need to have their nails clipped. You're not angry about their pain and suffering. You're angry about the fact that your neglect has been exposed. Narcissists hate when the truth comes out. They hate being exposed. They hate being put on the spot. They hate their lies being exposed. That's what you're the most angry about. That everybody knows what a crap human being you are, how evil you are. And all you're thinking in your head is how it's going to affect your views and how it's going to affect your money. And oh, if you don't make enough money, Salah's not going to stick around. You know what? He's not going to stick around anyway, idiot. He's not. This is a no-win situation here. Because if you make enough money, he's going to leave. He's got his plans. He's going to pick up and go. He can't stand you. And if you don't make money, he'll leave you anyway. This is the no-win scenario. You're still living in your delusion little fantasy world, but it's about to come crashing down. It probably already has. Hence why you're mad. He's going to get sick of you real fast. And you know what? You will deserve it. You will deserve it because you had real love in your life for many years. You did not appreciate it. You had it in the form of your cats. They gave real, unconditional love. That is a precious gift. And you had 2 of them. But you'd rather latch on to fake love. Well, you get what you pay for. And it seems like fake love is definitely no more expensive than real love. Even though real love is worth more. And the fake love that you have, you're renting by the hour. So enjoy that. Because I love that for you. You don't deserve real love. No, you don't. Oh, here's another one. Okay, so how do you know if I read the Quran or not? And anyway, why is it anyone's business? Have all you Christians read the whole Bible? I bet not, but yet you are all so self-righteous. Just because I didn't read anything on ghosts doesn't mean I never started reading it. I'm a new revert, and the only person I have to answer to is Allah, not any ignorant person on the internet. You know what, Foodie? If you have been reading the Quran, even if you haven't, again, you're supposed to be a newly reverted Muslim woman. Shouldn't you be behaving with more self-control, with more humility and kindness and forgiveness? No, you're not. You're a raging, cursing, angry, disgusting mess over there. So please have some respect for the Muslim people. Take off the abaya, take off the hijab, take back the vows, and just be yourself. You should not be claiming to be a Muslim if you're going to be this disrespectful to that faith. And she posted a picture of Skinny Queen. That was Howie. So those were all the community posts, y'all. So hold on a second. Let me just switch over to Twitter. Excuse me just a moment, please. Pardon me. Okay, we're going to Twitter. This is from, I guess, the couples vlog. I didn't watch it. I'm not going to watch it. It looked boring. But filter fail. You know what, Foodie? Your clothes are your clothes. But I thought that the purpose of an abaya was to be loose and flowing, because that's what makes it comfortable. It just seems like yours are skin tight. It looks very uncomfortable, very hot. And this is the post from Foodie. We're going back talking about Kaya. This is from Draven. Today, Foodie Beauty is doxing, harassing, and attacking a long line of people via her YouTube community tab. Angry she has been exposed as a long-term animal blanker. I couldn't be more pleased. Yeah, that's what's making her angry. This whole thing with the pets is not going to go away. And she knows it. And she knows it's going to affect her views and maybe attracting viewers to her channel. And the only thing she's got left is money. If she don't have the money, she don't have Sala. So she is just mad about that. Her attacking Just Reason, Skinny Queen. This is from Mrs. Robinson. It's 10 p.m. in Kuwait. She just came back home. She's spending her nighttime community post raging and doxing because her fake husband won't touch her. So she's projecting and taking out on everyone. She's not getting any blanks. She's mad. Yeah. Mad. You know, like, Foodie, your life is your life. You chose this. This is what you wanted. You wanted to give everything up, run to Kuwait to be with Salah. You created the corner that you're in. You can't take it out on everybody else, ma'am. From Donna. Donna says, ma'am, you should just probably end the charade and remove the hijab at this point. Every word out of your mouth is utterly repulsive and offensive. I agree. If she wants to be this vulgar and offensive, do it without the hijab on. Do it without the abaya on. Just don't act like you're Muslim, okay? This is disrespectful to that faith and to those people. Cancer Warrior says, way to live a stress-free, calm life, Chantal. All your community posts show you left all the drama behind and are enjoying your married life. I love this for you. Yeah, it doesn't sound like she's enjoying the married life. Doesn't sound like she's really enjoying it. Oh, she posted a thing on Harry the hamster. But guess what, Foodie? The cage he's in is too small. Zero enrichment provided. Minimum of 6 inches of bedding needed to burrow. The hamster wheel is too small and will cause permanent back pain. Small plastic tubes can cause injury. No sand bath for bathing. Yeah, so I'm telling you, all pets should be barred from Foodie. She shouldn't own another pet ever again in her life. Ever. I don't even care if it's a cockroach. Don't trust her to take care of a cockroach. And this is not me fat shaming, just an observation. You know what, Foodie? If you're gonna get on your community post and shame people for their weight, and then pictures like this pop up, ma'am, you're now back in Kuwait. You don't have your party favors. The last time you were there, you put on a tremendous amount of weight just because that was the only thing you could do to deal with your boredom, to deal with stress, to deal with anger. You know, like you're going to be self-medicating again with food. And you just got to Kuwait and you're sitting in a car and you got to put the chair all the way back to accommodate you. You need to be careful. And if you're thinking that you're going to get to a bigger size and Saul is just going to wait on your hand and foot, I don't think he will. I really don't think he will. This is from No Beezer. Now look at the difference between these two pictures. You can see how the slimming filter is working. So here is the non-filtered picture. You can see that the camel is bigger and that she's bigger. Here's the difference with the slimming filter. So let's look at it close up. See, this is Chantal without the slimming filter. You can see the camel even looks bigger. But then look, like it's making the camel seem narrow almost when the camel's not narrow. So you want people to cam up and come on camera and be their real self, Foodie? Why don't you try first? Show us what you really look like. And remember what I was saying about the abaya being too tight? It looks uncomfortable. Like, Foodie, okay, abayas are supposed to be loose fitting. It's supposed to be the flow. This looks skin tight. This looks skin tight. It looks too tight on you, ma'am. It looks uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Another picture from Lilu. Like you can see everything. Wearing the abaya is basically for modesty. You're wearing something loose flowing to conceal your form beneath, and it looks very elegant, very loose fitting. And hers are just so skin tight. Perfectly Imperfect says not long before she doesn't fit in the car. You can see she has the seat as far back as it can go. The only thing saving her is that she's only 5 feet tall. Yeah, it looks like she's having to sit at an angle to be able to sit comfortably. Oh, this is from Cancer Warrior. This is the TikTok filter Chantal used on her picture earlier. It's called the Bold Glamour, and these are some folks who tried it out too. So yeah, like the filter, I guess, puts the makeup on you. This is without the makeup. This is with the makeup, puts like the glamour makeup on you. More pictures of Chantal from Cancer Warrior. More pictures of Chantal. Okay, this is also from Cancer Warrior saying, at first I thought this was Chantal getting emotional at the airport because she didn't want to leave Canada. And then she said it's because she had a hard time walking to her terminal. I'm kind of confused about that, to be honest. I've traveled before, and every airport I've ever been in, they usually have a section where you have like they look like escalators, but they don't like go up. They just you just step on them and the floor moves forward. It's the airport that she was in, they had several of those. Why didn't she use them? It would have saved her, from walking so much. But if you're having this much trouble walking, Foodie, if you're getting that overheated, that's a sign you need to really change your life. Like if you're getting red-faced and you're fanning yourself, imagine what you're going to feel when you're in Kuwait and it's like 114-degree heat, because the summer is coming over there and it's desert and it's going to get very, very hot. Just something to think about. And that's like a realistic picture of Chantal. Oh yeah, Salah actually called her his moon. I think he was throwing shade at her for having a moon face. She took it as a compliment because she's just that stupid. He was shaming you, Chantal. I mean, just think about it. He pinches your cheeks. He's made comments before about you needed to exercise and you need to lose weight. He's not happy with your weight, Mama. He just isn't. He just isn't. All right, guys. So that's it for everything that I have on Twitter. So yeah, Foodie is on a tear and she is just letting go of her anger in the community post. I don't know exactly what set her off, but she's going off on everybody. She's just not leaving anybody out. So goodness gracious. All right, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this React video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you very much and have a great day. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.